Ooh, hi guys. Let's try to center me here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hi everybody. Alright. Hi guys. Hi everybody. We are back again to our week 2 session of You Got This, Dearest Mommy. Okay, I trust everybody is good. Hi mommy. Hi SVM. Welcome back everybody. Hi. So as usual, I am Beacon of Light, the luminary of holistic empowerment. Welcome everybody. And as usual, every Friday 1 p.m. South African Standard Time, we are going to be mentoring mothers. Boo. But it's not just only mothers, it's just anybody who is born of a woman, or who has a woman as a partner, or who is just a mom, or about to be a mom, or yeah, just anything to do with motherhood, right? Okay, so we have a book and a diary. Forgive the noise, guys, it's raining and my tiny office here is making so much noise. Okay, so we have a book titled Born into Change. It guides you as an individual who is born of a woman, who has a partner, who has a woman partner, or anybody who is about to be a mom. It guides you emotionally on how to maneuver this life thing, from healing your inner childhood wounds as a child, how to be a child, growth, until you pass, right? Until you leave this world. So it's just a book. It's a guideline kind of thing. So this book goes hand in hand with this diary. The diary we're going to be using today, right? Sorry guys, shenanigans. Okay, it's a diary whereby you just take notes while we are in this session. So, well, there's a weekly planner, and then there's a summary of the session, right? Okay, so today, to those, I hope they're here. I don't know if they're here, but then if you are here and you have bought the book and the diary, let's start with week 2. And week 2's page looks like this. Right, this is the page. Okay, so if you've bought the diary, let's fill it up together. So week 2 is prompting that, how are you feeling? It's starting off saying, I am feeling. Just vent. How are you feeling? And at the back of this diary, we have emotions, so that you don't overthink. You can even jot down one emotion, and whenever you're ready, you can just vent, spew out everything. And the second prompt says, I am going to. Just write down one thing. Sleep. Breathe. Just don't overthink it. I know motherhood is extremely hard, so don't overthink it. Just write one word. It's fine. You may vent later. And then I'm looking forward to whatever you're looking forward to hear today, like just to hear her out, to listen to what she has to say, right? Anything, just write, even if it's one word or one sentence. You may even vent afterwards as to what you're going to say. My affirmation today, you may even fill this up later, right? Then there's a session whereby you're just going to be taking notes. That's if you're feeling fit enough to take notes. Anyway, let's get to it, everybody. So this is week 2. Our topic for week 2 is expectations versus reality. Woo! I'm so excited for this one, and I hope I'm audible. Okay, please don't forget to tap the screen, my people. Tapping the screen encourages people to come and view, right? Just tap, 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 tap until the heart goes pew. Yes, it encourages more viewers to come by. Okay, right. So let us start. Let me sit comfortably. All right. I hope I'm audible. Okay, we currently have one viewer, but it's fine. It's fine. So, expectations versus reality in motherhood, right? Historically, what happened historically? So we have the lie of the natural mother, right? They normally say that being a mom is just intuitive, it's an instinct, you'll just know how, because mothers have been doing this for ages, so you'll just know. It's in your genes. As long as you're a woman, you know how to mother, right? That's what they always say. They say that motherhood should be an instinct. You don't need to be mentored into motherhood. Motherhood should just come naturally to you because you're just a woman. But then that's lies, right? You will think that you will kill it. Like, oh, you know what, I've got this, because as long as I'm a woman, it means that I've got this. And then you'll fail. Why? Because you're doing work of an entire village alone, which is very impossible. And motherhood was never meant to be done in isolation. So we will try to pull this thing off and fail. The expectation will be, because I'm a woman, I'll be able to pull this off. Because a lot of mothers have done it before me, it means that it's just instinctive. It means that it's ingrained in my DNA because I'm a woman. Yet that's wrong. And when you fail, you'll start blaming yourself, especially for being tired. Why am I tired? What is wrong with me? Why can't I do it? But everybody has been doing it even before me, right? You'll start blaming yourself for your, in quotes, failures, right? Yet you're already pulling something off that is extremely impossible, and then you label yourself a failure and blame yourself for failing, especially when you feel tired and you need to rest. You'll be like, what's wrong with my body? Why am I fatigued? Duh, you're doing work that's supposed to be done by an entire village. So yes, no wonder why you're tired, right? So what can you do? What are you supposed to do whenever you're going through this? Number one, stop blaming yourself. Stop blaming yourself, especially for being tired. Don't blame yourself for being tired, because as I said, you are already trying to pull off work that is supposed to be done by an entire village, and you're trying to pull it off alone. That is impossible. So stop blaming yourself for being tired. Name the lie. Oh, I encourage naming. Guys, naming is the most powerful thing you can ever do. Name things. In this instance, name the lie. What's the lie here? I was never meant to do this alone. I was never meant to just know how to mother just because I'm a woman. No. It's not ingrained in my genes just because I'm a woman. No, that's a lie. It's never meant to be instinctual just because I'm a mom. No, that's a lie. So name the lie. Don't be afraid to name these things, right? Because even walking, do you know that even walking is not an instinct? It's not just an instinctive stage that comes to babies. They don't just take those steps because they're human. They don't take those steps because it's ingrained in their genes, right? You may take a baby, and this baby may be brought up by dogs, for example. Do you know that this baby will walk on all fours? Which means that literally everything in this world is mentored. You are guided into things. Nothing comes to you instinctively. Even motherhood doesn't come to you instinctively just because you're a woman. You are mentored into motherhood. You see how mothering is done, and then you take it up. It is mentored into you. So just likewise, even babies, You may think that walking is instinctive to just to human babies. No, they see these people modeling walking before them. Oh, so this is how you walk. Then they try it out. If the same baby can be raised by dogs, the same baby would walk on all fours, because walking on all fours is what is modeled before them. Is what they're seeing. Same with motherhood. It doesn't come naturally just because you're a woman. It is mentored. You see it being modeled before you. So yes, name the lie. I was never meant to do this alone, and I was never meant to just know how to do it. It will heal. And then another thing to do is have a village and train yourself to ask for help. We live in a world whereby we're told that asking for help means weakness. No, it doesn't mean weakness. It means that you need people to help you out in everything you do. You cannot do mothering alone. I repeat, you cannot do it alone. So have yourself a village and train yourself to ask for help. Part 2, physical. We're talking holistically, and you know that this is a holistic channel. Exactly. So today we are talking expectations versus reality in line with motherhood, right? So in the physical sense, we have the lie of the glowing mother. What will society say to you? Society will say to you that you will glow. Once you're a mom, you will glow. Or you will bounce back because, you've just had a baby. So it's just a phase. Having a baby is just a phase. Then after that, you will just bounce back because you'll be done with it. That's a lie. That's another lie. What will happen to you is you will expect to bounce back to normal. You will expect to just go back to normal and glow and just go back to your old self. That's what you will expect. However, your body is leaking. Your body is leaking in literally every opening you have. Every opening in your body is shedding liquid. It is leaking. Imagine. Your body is rewiring. It's grieving. It's literally on survival mode. Like, how are you expecting to bounce back from that immediately? So what will happen is, you'll feel like your body is betraying you, and you'll start asking yourself, what is wrong with my body? Because society said that you will bounce back, right? So, hi Catapult, hi everybody. Sorry guys, I will come to you right now. I am on woof mode. Right. So nothing is wrong with you. The body is doing exactly what it is designed to do by nature. Nature knew that after birth and delivery, you're supposed to rest and recuperate. But what happens is society tells you that, oh, you will just bounce back, you will glow. And once you don't, you start blaming yourself and asking, what is wrong with my body, right? Toxic self-introspection. That's what then happens. So, what you should do is know and understand the hormonal changes that take place after birth, labor, and delivery, right? So you have cortisol, which is extremely high. This is a stress hormone that leads you to burnout. You understand that when you are just burning fuel, you will get tired. You will burn out. And obviously, these fatty deposits, you know that when you're stressed, fats in the body are produced faster, which means that these fatty deposits will deposit in some areas that you may not maybe want them to be on, right? So obviously we'll gain weight because cortisol is high. You are stressed, you are burnt out. So yes, expect weight gains. Right, and then there is oxytocin, a hormone that is making you extremely hypersensitive to literally everything. You're hyper aware, you are hypersensitive, so you are just on guard, which means that you are not getting enough rest. You are tired and you're already stressed from cortisol. So it's weight gain. It's a lot. It's a lot, and you're expecting to bounce back. That's impossible. Right? And estrogen crashes. Estrogen just goes from here to whoosh after birth, which means that you will have severe mood swings. And your memory will maybe low, memory losses, right? So nothing about you is normal or healthy. So expecting to bounce back is close to impossible. Society is just selling a lie so that you can be productive. Don't buy into that lie. Don't fall for that lie. Listen to your body, understand what your body wants, know your personal needs, and follow that, right? And also eat warm food so that you can comfort your body. Cold food, it shocks your system, leading you into even further hypersensitivity and further hypervigilance, right? But then when you eat comfort food, when you eat warm food, your body gets comfort and feel like, oh, I'm safe, I can rest now, right? So try to eat warm food, not cold food. Push for proteins, more proteins than carbs. But depending on your body, listen to your body, but it is advised that you push more proteins at least after every 4 hours so that your body can repair itself faster, right? Also rest like you are rebelling against the system. Rest. I know we live in a world whereby productivity is praised and revered. Rest is considered as laziness, but rest as if you are rebelling against the very system that is telling you that productivity is the way to go. Rest is very crucial for muscle repair. In as much as you are having your proteins, you also need the rest, right? Resting helps the proteins to be digested and actually repair the muscles, right? They work hand in hand. Resting and proteins, they help repair your muscles faster. And then we come into psychosocial. What is the psychosocial lie they are feeding you? It is the lie of the supported mother. Woo! What do they say? They say that you're not alone. Help is always readily available. Society celebrates pregnancy and motherhood, but they abandon the actual task of mothering. Wow, congratulations on your pregnancy. Yes, when are you having your next child? But then they're never there when you are actually carrying out the task of motherhood, which I said in the beginning that it needs a village. You cannot do it alone. You cannot do it in isolation. But it is praised. Oh, congratulations, you're pregnant. Oh, motherhood. Oh, when is the next child? But then when the task actually comes, they're gone. Nowhere to be found. All right? And you'll get to understand that asking for help is actually useless when there is no help to ask for. And there's just no one to ask, right? And you expect to get all the help there is. And then reality will strike you that there is no help. And then what will happen? You will feel unworthy for not getting supported. You will blame yourself that, oh, maybe they're not supporting me because of, right? You start blaming yourself for being unsupported, and then believe that maybe I'm not doing enough. Personal inadequacy, right? You will internalize system neglect as personal inadequacy. Maybe there's something I'm not doing wrong. Maybe there's something I'm not doing right. Maybe if I can do this, they'll understand that I need help. Maybe if I push this way, they'll understand that I need help in that way, right? So it'll just be a loop, a cycle of maybes, internal blame, when in actual essence it's not your fault, it's the system's fault. So what can you do? Again, I always advise name the system. Name what is happening. There is a fault here in a system, and then say, this is not my fault. There is a crack in the system. The system is broken and it's not my fault. Naming is the first step to empowerment, right? So number 2, Find even one person, even if it's one person, not necessarily a village, find that one person who will assist you in things that you need, because you cannot do it alone. Yes, it takes a village. Yes, it can maybe be even a burden for two people, but at least the load is shared. You are not doing it on your own. There is somebody else who will help you hold the baby while maybe you take a shower or take that maybe 15 minutes rest or an hour rest. Right? Journal. Oh, journaling is very powerful. Write down what you're feeling. Write down the ache. Name the ache on paper. Name the ache somewhere. Have a container to contain your ache. Right? And then we go to psychological. What lie are they saying here? The lie of the same self. The lie of the same self. What do they say here? They say that you'll be the same person, just with a baby. Oh, you'll be the same person. The only difference is you'll be just having a baby this time around. And what will happen to you? You'll think that you'll just get a nanny and go back to work. Easy peasy. Because, I'm just the same person. The only difference is that I have a baby. Right? And, excuse me. However, your brain has literally shifted. As I said last week, that studies show that the gray matter in your brain, it physically changes, it literally changes, and it wipes away all of these personal priorities, your productivity, your self-care, your self-prioritization, and all of these things that are outside of motherhood. It just cleans them out dry. It wipes all of that information away and prioritizes empathy, prioritizes baby care, nurturing, prioritizes hypervigilance so that the baby can survive. That's what happens with the gray matter. So if you think that nothing changes, it's just that you have a baby, that's the only difference, that's a lie they're selling to you, because they want you to be always on this hamster wheel. Productivity, productivity, productivity. Whereas deep down you have changed into nurturing mode, and you'll think that no, if I just get a nanny and then bounce back to work, and when you feel guilty for doing that, you will feel like a failure. Oh, I have failed as a mom because I'm guilty. Oh, I can't bounce back to go back to work. Oh, there is something wrong with me. No, there's nothing wrong with you. The gray matter has literally shifted physically so that you can prioritize nurturing, motherhood, hypervigilance, and all of these things that are in line with motherhood. And you will feel like a failure. I kid you not. You will blame yourself for not being able to produce, and you will miss your old self and feel guilty for it. I miss how I used to just go party without guilt, but then feel guilty that, oh snap, why am I missing that? Because I'm supposed to be a mom now. I am supposed to know how to mother. I'm not supposed to be feeling guilty. I'm not, right? So you will feel guilty for missing your old self, right? And you will miss your old self hard, but then feel guilty for missing your old self, right? So what can you do in line with this? Jenna, right? I always say this. Naming and journaling down your feelings or naming things is the first step to empowerment. So if you journal, for example, journal using this prompt. I used to be this and this and this, but now I am this and this and that. And then ask yourself, what do I know now that I didn't know before? And again, don't shame whatever you have evolved into. Motherhood is a transformation. It's a becoming, right? You are becoming something else. You have to shed your old self and accept whatever shenanigan you are becoming now. No matter how much of a mess it is, just embrace it and embrace it as it is. Because if you start shaming it, hating who you're becoming and all that, oh, you will get into this rabbit hole and it will not look good for you. Right? And then now we are going into the emotional lie. What is the emotional lie that they sell, right? The lie of the blissful and glowing mother. What does the lie say? They say that you feel joy, fulfillment, and you will bond instantly with your baby. That's what society says. And what will happen to you? You will expect to be excited, and you just can't wait to meet your new buddy, which is your baby in this instance, right? And what will actually happen is you'll get a lot of emotions. Some will contradicting emotions even, right? Because you expect to be joyous, fulfilled, and blissful, glow, and just bond instantly with this child. And now you're met with grief, rage, guilt, and all of these things. At the same time, there's love, joy, and you don't know how to integrate these contradicting emotions. Then again, you go into the spiral of what is wrong with me, right? So what you're supposed to do is validate your feelings, right? Yes, in as much as hi Mampuse. Yes, in as much as I am feeling grief, guilt, rage, at the same time I'm feeling love. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going through a lot, and this thing is costing me a lot. I am going through severe quantum labor. This is quantum labor, guys, because now you are having these other entity that cannot regulate its nervous system, so you are using your own aura to co-regulate another entity's aura. Quantum labor, invisible labor. So you are regulating two nervous systems, your own and your baby's, at the same time. It's a lot already. So it's normal to feel rage, grief, and anger and guilt, because right now your boundaries are being violated by this new entity that is 100% dependent on you. Your boundaries are violated, hence the rage, the anger, right? The grief. You're grieving your freedom. It's normal. But at the same time, you're in love with this new entity. In as much as it's parasitic to you, you love it. You're enjoying this cohabitation. So yes, a lot of emotions are going on. Love, anger, rage, disbelief, grace at the same time, and you just don't know how to integrate these things. So validate your feelings. Like, in as much as I'm having these contradicting feelings, it is normal. I'm okay. There is nothing wrong with me, right? And also constantly remind yourself that you're a good mom. Society will make sure that you believe the fact that you're being a horrible mom. But then always be your own advocate. Advocate for yourself. I am a good mom. I am trying my best. I am holding myself up. I don't have any support right now, and I'm supporting myself the best way possible. So remind yourself constantly that you're a good mom. And also name your emotions. This is the third time I'm going to be saying this. Naming is the first step to empowerment. Once you start naming something, then now this thing is not controlling you. Now you're in control of this thing. Once you start naming something, know that you're in control of this thing. So name your emotions. Just, I'm tired, I'm grateful, but I'm feeling numb. 3 is enough. And then validate those emotions. Name them, validate them. That's it. Don't question your emotions. Don't second guess your emotions. Don't try to understand them. Just name them. Put them out there. Let the universe contain them. That's it. Motherhood is a burden on its own. It doesn't need you to overburden yourself with it. Right? So the last one is the spiritual lie. They always gaslight you into saying, you have a baby, You should be thankful to God for this. Stop complaining, right? That's the spiritual lie. So what you will expect is that, oh, if I have a baby, I'll forever be grateful. And then what will happen is when this baby comes, you will realize that you are co-regulating two nervous systems at the same time, meaning that your aura, you are sharing it with your baby's aura, meaning that your boundaries will be violated, meaning that you'll go through rage, anger, grief, and sometimes hate, right? Leading closer towards hate, and you'll be like, okay, where is this God they say that I'll be thankful to? And what will I be thankful for? Right? So this is the spiritual lie they are selling to you, that you'll forever be grateful because you have a baby. It's a blessing. Some of them don't. Some people don't even have babies. Some have none. At least you have a baby, right? So this is the spiritual gaslighting. It's the spiritual lie. So what you should do is, once you feel these emotions coming in and are starting to doubt this blessing, or starting to doubt this higher power that has blessed you with this blessing, just take a step back, put your baby down, take a step back, take a walk, salt bath, or just breathe, meditate, take breaths. I do have a PDF on meditation. Just text that number and everything, and we'll take it from there. So yeah. Things that we expect because society has told us to expect. We've been indoctrinated into expecting these things, and once we come across with reality, we start then blaming, like shifting the blame from society into internalizing the blame, because society sold us a lie, right? And when you're facing reality, you're like, nah, there must be something wrong with me, forgetting that society is the one that told you what to expect. You're not the one who told yourself on what to expect. It's society. Then when you are failing, you are blaming who? Yourself now, not society, right? So yeah, let's go back to our diaries. As I've said, I'm selling a book. This book goes together with the diary. The diary, we shall be filling it in together during these live sessions, right? So, this week we were talking, this week is week 2, and we're talking about expectations versus reality, embracing the journey. The session theme summary reads, this week invites you to explore the contrast between the idealized version of motherhood and the actual lived experience. The tension between expectation and reality is not a flaw. It's a sacred unfolding. Through honesty, surrender, and grace, we begin to embrace the unpredictable beauty of the path we are walking. Except from born into change. The gist of the excerpt is reality reshapes the original dream. And this excerpt is taken from chapter 6, which is Motherhood and Legacy. 1.1, which is the pregnancy journey. Now this is the page, chapter 6, Motherhood and Legacy, pregnancy journey 1.1. It reads, pregnancy is not just a physical transformation, it's an emotional initiation. It's the moment a woman begins to carry not only life, but legacy. Her body becomes a vessel. Her identity begins to shift, and her relationship with time, self, and future deepens. The pregnancy journey is not linear. It's layered with anticipation, fear, wonder, and surrender. To walk it consciously is to begin mothering before birth. Wow. And then today's quote is, motherhood isn't a destination. It's a wild, wise becoming. Wow. So yeah, I think that's it for today. Today we're talking expectation versus reality, embracing the journey. I hope you were taking down your notes, and in your reflection you will state, how did you feel in your body during the session? Just one word is enough. You may vent later or whatever you choose to do, but at the back of the diary you will find a list of inspiration, your emotions, what you can write in line with emotions and all that. How did you feel in your spirit? How did you feel in your mind, right? And then you just share some things about today. Right, after today's session, what is a goal that you're setting for the week? It may be just one word: to breathe. That's enough, right? And then just write down a moment that brought you joy during the session. What brought you joy during today's session? And then we have the weekly planner. You write down the week, that is next week, the month, this month. And then on Monday, you don't have to be doing a lot. Just write that Monday, maybe just clean my bedroom. Tuesday, eat a healthy meal. Wednesday, just that one thing, right? And then Sunday is rest day for mama. Sunday is rest day for mama, right? And then write a few notes. Maybe these notes we're going to discuss in our sessions. I have every Monday every Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. we have a session. Not much. You just pay whatever you can, from as little as $10. Pay whatever you can. We just sit together and just vent. You may maybe look down at your nose and just meditate. We're basically meditating together. I guide you towards whatever you're feeling. I listen to the atmosphere and I just guide us. We guide each other in the 45 minutes as to what we need together, right? 45 minutes of nothing but just listening to yourself, listening to me, literally relaying your emotions back to you, mirroring you. So yes, from as little as $10, that's what we do from 9 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. And second session, Siswati session, from 10 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. And then another session for working moms from 11 a.m. to 11:45, and also another session for working mom from 12 a.m. to 12:45. So we have 4 sessions. Just book your session the day before so that I can slot you into the group, into any group of your liking the following day. And then I have one-on-one sessions which run up to you. Then you just book your one-on-one session and we talk about the slottings. Otherwise, we have a space that can just hold you as you are. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to perform. You don't have to think. You don't, just be there, and I will mirror your emotions. I will mirror your struggle. It's just where you come in and just let your burden stay at the door while you just rest, literally rest, right? So yeah, this is where you just jot down your notes and then write your code, right? So yeah, next week we'll be talking emotional readiness. So yeah, come ready. Right? But yeah, that's it for today. I trust, believe and hope that you grasped something. So stay updated in my stories and see you next week, same time. This live will be saved on YouTube, link in my bio. Anyway, until next time, bye everybody. Yes, Mempu say bye bye. Bye everybody who was watching. Thanks guys. Next week, Friday, 1 p.m. South African Standard Time. Bye. Oh my god.